Yo, what's up guys, I'm back with another Marvel Rivals video. Today we're going to be talking about why you're still bad at Marvel Rivals. So, I got some notes here with me just to kind of like, not get off topic too much, but one, I have playing within the team comp. So for example, if you have let's say you have a Hulk as a solo tank. You know, Hulk is not really a good solo tank. So in those type of situations, you got to be able to switch, make an adjustment, or ask for someone else to make an adjustment and switch, because Hulk is not a good solo tank. And if you know Marvel Rivals, you know that him, Henny, you know, Cap, like, they're not good solo tanks. The Thing, they're not good solo tanks. You, granted, you can win games with them as a solo tank, but for high elo matches, and you know, once you get higher competition, it's going to be a lot harder for you to find success with, you know, stuff like that, like not understanding the teams that you're in and just like the ins and outs and what works and what doesn't. Like triple heal, I feel like is normally pretty good. You know, there's definitely a lot of really good triple heal metas, but you have to understand the team comp and what is going on with what is so that's the first point in the video. Second point, knowing the meta and also adjusting to the game. So for one, you gotta know which characters are good and which ones are not. Right now, characters that are good, you know, Hela is pretty busted right now. Star-Lord is probably the best he's ever been. Namor with Luna Snow, really OP, and Luna Snow herself is OP. You know, Strange has always been really good. He's still probably the best tank in the game. You know, just those are some examples. But yeah, you want to try using the best characters so you give your team a better chance to win. It's not always about what you're good with, although, you know, you want to lean on that more times than not because you want to help out your team to win. But at the same time, it's like, for example, like I used to main Iron Man a lot more. I know this game plays me playing Iron Man, but I don't really use him as much anymore because I know he's not as comp as he used to be. Like, there's a lot of situations where he just isn't playable. Like, if the other team has a Hela and they're really good, you know, you're gonna have a hard time finding success with that, you know, being Iron Man. And it's stuff like that, understanding those type of things, like, okay, like, I'm gonna have to switch, I'm gonna have to do somebody else. And that goes into my next point, with adjusting to the game. There's gonna be times when you're not playing good. There's gonna be times when you're dying more than you're getting kills, and it's like, okay, well, I'm probably gonna have to switch. Now, sometimes it's not like you shouldn't overreact. Like, there's times when people switch too early, or they switch when they really shouldn't because they're not fully understanding the situation. Like, there's sometimes when you die because you're just in a really, like, fucked up situation. Like, you know, you're 1v3, you know, just in a really tough spot, and you don't really have as much help. That's not something to be concerned about. Just stay with the team and play within the team more. But, you know, there's sometimes when people just be switching when they can definitely do a whole lot more. And, you know, you should try to get the most out of the characters that you use, because you might be switching way too soon, and whoever you adjusted was like, oh, like, they're not as good as the character you already were, and you should have just stayed whatever character it is, you know. But definitely being able to adjust to, you know, the games that you play, and just knowing, like, okay, they have a Punisher, right, and he's on a turret, and he's like wrecking havoc on this game, and he's making life super tough. Let's get a long range guy, or let's try to get our dive characters to find creative ways to get to him, right? You know, if you're able to get like a BP to get him in the back line, or, you know, long range, if you get like a Hawkeye, or maybe even a Black Widow, even though she sucks, you know, those type of things, like, they can help out a whole lot when it comes to the whole game, because if a Punisher is really messing up your team that badly, he's an issue, and he's somebody that you need to adjust to one way or another. And that's why being able to know multiple characters instead of just being a one trick is super important when you get to higher elos. At lower elos like Grandmaster or below, you can get away with one tricking. But if you get to like the Celestial areas or like close to Celestial, you're gonna be in spots where, okay, like I probably need to learn somebody else. You know, because if you're in a situation where all you know is let's say all you know is Cloak and Dagger. Cloak and Dagger is really good, and there's times when she's great, or where they're great. But there's times when it's like, okay, it's not really working. Maybe you need to be somebody else to help with the co-op. Like, so it's just like you got to be able to adjust to a game while it's being played. Not think about it too hard, and just, you know, be able to switch on the fly to help you. And the last point of the video, I feel like it's the simplest, but who to go for? Who to go for whenever you're in those team fights. I kind of figured this was like common sense, but a lot of people be going for the tanks, and that's kind of crazy to me. Like, I get they're kind of like the most, they're the biggest hitbox, but at the same time, it's like, it's pretty simple that the guys that go for are the squishies. They're the healers, the DPSs. Like, you should never really go for the tanks first. At least, yeah, not like you definitely shouldn't. Your number one priority should always be go for the healers, and then after that, go for the DPS, and then after that, go for the tanks, or, you know, whoever's left. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. I kind of wanted to make this one more short and to the point, because the last one I felt like was really long, and I feel like it didn't really have to be like that, you know. Kind of, it was definitely more of a rant video, but yeah. Anyways, I don't really want to waste y'all's time, but I hope y'all learned something from this video. Those are kind of some tips to help me get better. And there's definitely some more that I'll probably talk about in a later video, but yeah, I just hope y'all enjoyed the video. Please subscribe, like if y'all enjoyed, because I really want to be able to, you know, spread information and, you know, give y'all some entertainment going forward. And the only way I can really do that is if I get more traction on this channel. So I'd appreciate it a lot if you guys subscribed, liked, you know, commented, like whatever it is, and any interaction with this channel, it means a lot. And yeah, I appreciate it. So thank you.